This lesson is the 12 defense, or the blocks and the counters corresponding to the 12 strikes. The most important thing to remember about the footwork is that our feet stay shoulder width apart. If you look at my feet, they are shoulder width apart. We also move on the balls of our feet. This is how we shift from our striking position to our blocking position. I'll do it from a side view. Notice when I'm in the striking position, my ball of the foot is in the back foot. When I'm in the blocking position, the ball of the foot is on the front foot. Notice when I'm in the blocking position, both feet face to the side. When I strike, both feet face to the front. Again, block, strike, block, strike. When we move, our footwork is very simple. Forward, backward. When we step, it's just a small forward step. Do not lift your foot up. Just a step. I like to drag my toes. Notice as I'm stepping, my feet are still shoulder width apart. If I pick my foot up, look what happens. Too big of an arch, and now my feet are in a line. The reason why we don't want our feet in a line is for balance. If our feet are in a line, we're trying to balance like on a tightrope. But when our feet are shoulder width apart, we have good centered balance. The position of your hand and your stick is also very important. We move our stick across our belt line as we're blocking. Cross our belt line. Remember, the stick is also our shield. It protects us from the top of our head and from the bottom of our belly. If we move our stick like this, what's happening here? We're not protecting ourselves. If we move our stick like this, our head is exposed. So we have to protect ourselves from the top of the head to our belly, and you do that by moving your stick hand around your belt line. Notice also, when I shift to block, my shoulder is facing you, the opponent, and my eyes are facing forward. What this does is it changes our target from a 100% target to a 50% target. Big target, half of the target. Now, the other thing happening is our weight goes to our back leg. So we're loading up our power on our back leg. As you remember, in our 12 strikes, the power comes from kicking off that back leg. Also happening is I'm winding up my core like a spring. So when I counter, I bring my stick up to my ear because we're targeting the head. I kick off my back leg, unwind my spring, and hit my opponent across the temple. Block, hit. Block, hit. Block, hit. Notice my elbow staying clipped from the block to the hit. Number two, take that small step. My elbow's clipped on the back. You can see it better here. It's clipped on the side, right there. Also notice that when I block, the stick is opposite my back shoulder. It's never in front of my face. If it's in front of my face, I'm going to get hit. When the block hits, I'll get hit in the face. It's opposite my back shoulder. As you can see, it's in line with my foot and my leg. This gives us the power and the stability and the foundation to withstand strong hits in order for us to block. If you can do blocks 1 and 2, you got 2/3 of our 12 blocks and counters. So from number 1, 2, number 3, you come down and your block is in front of you. Remember, you're blocking a rib shot and your hand goes underneath your stick. And notice that both elbows are locked and my weight's in my front leg. When I hit, I bring the stick in like a C position, and again, hit the face, weight moves to the back legs. Block, hit. That's number 3. Number 4, looks like number 1. Number 5, block across the belly. My left hand is facing flat, facing out. Number 6, looks like number 2. Number 7, looks like number 1. Number 8, block. Comes down. You're pointing your stick to the ground. Your back is bent. Your right foot is forward. Your weight's on your right foot. And your open hand is underneath your stick. When you counter, come up slowly. Your weight shifts to your back leg, and you hit to the head. Again, block, counter. Block. Notice how I'm bent back out of the way of a fist that might be thrown along with a stick, and I snap back. So a little faster. That's number 8. Number 9, same thing like number 3, except lower, and you're bent backwards again. Again, to stay out of the way of a fist that might be thrown at the same time as a stick. So I got my weight on my front leg, and when I counter, to the head. Block, counter. Block, counter. As I counter, my weight goes to my back leg. Block, weights on your front leg. Counter, weights on the back leg. Number 10, don't move your feet. Go into the number 2 blocking position. Counter. 10, counter. 11, same as number 1. Counter. 11, counter. 12 in 4 steps. Step number 1, stick goes parallel to the ground. Your hand parries in front of your face, and your head moves to the left. Step number 1. Number 2, you pump the elbow. Number 3, you step forward. Your left hand goes forward. Your stick hand goes up to your ear. I want to see the puño and your elbow. Press down on your opponent's weapon arm. And number 4, a 12 to the head. Again, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, and back. I'm going to do all 12 block and counter, the 12 defense. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and back.